Okay, so you just like step down off your horse and like move up to this ridge that you're cresting right now, and the sun is basically directly overhead, and you see
Can I
this
follow?
group of guys. Can you follow him? Yeah, absolutely. You see these group of guys. They're uh, like the direction of your sight is a line, and they are standing parallel to that line. Half of them on the right, like four of them on the right, and three of them on the left. Over top of this overturned cart, there's a horse way off on the right, and another horse that's actually over on the left, and it's turned back towards the road, and it's wandering back across the road over to join its companion on the right, who is now grazing in the tall grasses on the right.
Okay.
You notice that there's like a large cluster of bushes right next to the road, just behind the backs of the three people on the left-hand side.
Perfect.
So you think that you could probably sneak up there and like hide in those bushes and observe them for a little bit if you wanted to.
Excellent.
Bardic, you see basically the same thing.
Okay.
So we just see Kellen and Bardic like get down into the ground and just walk around.
Military crawl.
Yep. They're kind of like...
I just turn to Salid as this happens. I'm like, at least they know their place.
I actually not agree.
That's awesome. I love it. I absolutely love it. Okay, so we see all this stuff. I signal to Bardrick that we're gonna go back and talk to these guys. So we crawl back up and get Ascilla and Silid. Ascilla and Silid. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get them here and pass the idea. I'm gonna pass the idea by him. I saw there was a group of bushes down by them. I feel confident that I could get in there and listen, and then if I need help, I will pull my sword out and flash you with it 3 times. If I need
Three
help.
times?
If not,
What
3
happens?
times.
Does
Two.
2 mean okay? 2 and
Just
1
like-
don't mean anything. 3 is the go.
So yes, 3 is the go. Just 1, 2, 3. Okay.
All right.
Why not
Okay.
just one?
Why not just 1? Because that
Because that
happen-
might just be a
happen by
random
accident.
flash.
Exactly.
Oh.
See?
God, Bardrick.
Bardrick, if you
This
used
is
the
why I
sword
make
instead
decisions.
played these silly songs, you would understand. You would understand.
Very
Okay.
true.
Let's see what we're thinking.
Does that sound good to everyone?
Sounds great. If you are to be discovered,
Hmm?
I wish you good luck.
Thank you. I will scream.
Okay.
Okay.
So selfless. Awesome. Let's go.
All right.
Well, no, we're staying here. He's on his own.
I
Okay, pause.
take off my pack and get ready. Yep.
I just want to warn you guys. 5th edition is deadly,
Yep.
especially at first level. So,
Wow.
like, just for your own information, take a look at how many hit points you each have, and then go look down in the damage that your weapons deal,
Mm-hmm.
and just think, like, could I kill me in a single hit?
It is
Just-
very brutal.
Just think about that for a second, and then go. And, like, I'm not telling you this because this is, like, a really hard fight or anything. Like, many people who are approaching the game from, like, 4th edition or from other role-playing games,
Mm-hmm.
when they have their first fight in 5th, they go, oh.
Okay.
So, you know.
So real quick, before Kellen goes off, I kind of put my hand on his shoulder and I go, you know, what are we gonna do about these crossbows if you are seen? They have weapons that can hit us before we even get to them. Do any of you have anything that can either protect us or get them before they get us if we are seen? And Kellen is sitting there on his stomach with, you know, Barty right behind him.
I'm going alone, I believe.
Oh,
No,
Barty,
I'm following.
you're sitting back? Yeah, I thought she was following.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather
That
you
means you'll
didn't.
be both
You
totally
might,
exposed. Me and
you might
JP
give me
will not
away.
see you.
You might actually not even see me because I'm naturally stealthy, so I can follow behind you with, and use you as cover. So.
Well, then in that case, if you think you're better than me, I suggest you go.
I don't think I'm better than you, but I'll go.
Whoa.
Okay. Perfect.
So in that
Okay.
case, that brings me back to my original question. Do any of you have anything that could potentially distract or get them at range? Do you have any bows or?
I do. You could see I have a longbow.
Okay.
Awesome.
I
I think
don't
you've
have
all
any
got a
range.
little bit of ranged stuff. Like JP can throw some javelins. Ko, you can actually throw your hand axes, just so you know.
Okay.
They're like 100 feet away right now,
Yeah.
and they're down this hill.
We
wish you
could
luck.
perhaps, if it goes bad and perhaps we want to save our friends, Lid, we could just idly walk up. I'm sure they won't just immediately attack us. We could perhaps use that to our advantage.
Well, I think it'll be a little odd if we have somebody sneaking up if we're discovered. I think that would kind of display our intention.
To
Well-
them, we don't know this person. He is just perhaps an odd fellow camping in the bushes. We don't know him. They don't know that we know him.
Okay.
I agree with
So
that.
the plan is on discovery to feign ignorance of our buddy Bardic and to approach as a group acting as travelers.
Perhaps. The other option is that we just let Kellen die and go on about our quest.
I am fine using the bard as bait. I can't stand singing personally.
Okay. Also, out of game, what do you sing? Do you play a flute? Do you play a lute? Like what do you play?
Yeah, actually, Shannon, you're proficient in 4 musical instruments. Do you want to choose those?
Yeah. Okay. Sticks.
Sticks.
Yeah. I'll
Drumsticks?
Choose, yeah.
I just
We do-
play the sticks.
The
I'll go with
drum
a,
is a viable musical instrument, by the way.
Cool. Okay. Do we got is the cowbell? Is that a possibility? Can we do that?
I'm gonna recommend you the dulcimer, which is like a stringed instrument that you hammer on with little hammers. It's kind of
Cool,
like
so
a
like-
xylophone but strings.
Sweet. So like, okay, that works. And then I'll have a lute,
Okay.
and that'll sort of be my main one, but it's sort of a makeshift lute. It's kind of shitty, and it's really out of tune.
A
So,
shitty makeshift lute.
I'm not that good of a bard. That's the thing. I'm really not. I just kind of.
You're not that good, yet you have 19 charisma and dex. So anything you play actually sounds like.
You have to work to suck in this point.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that's like it's impressively terrible.
This is where the divide between like in real life doesn't quite connect with the in game a little bit. So we're gonna work through this. And I have to have a fourth. Let's see. Well, what are my options? I kind of forget.
Are you
what
like carrying
bard-
these instruments Rambo style around your body? Do you have like a lute across your chest and sticks coming out?
I
Like,
think
how does this work exactly?
You
And
actually
I'm
only
sticking
have-
with this. Wait a second.
I would only have one.
You only have one
We
musical
only have one.
instrument,
Okay, good.
but you're proficient in 4. So which is the one you've brought with you?
Okay, yeah, which is my makeshift lute. That would
Okay,
be,
makeshift lute. Cool.
Yeah. So and no, I don't actually sing. I rap badly. So
But for whatever reason, your rapping really resonates with the common folk. And the nobles, actually. The nobles are very enthusiastic about your rapping. Do you rap about large constrictor snakes every once in a while? Is that one of your good raps?
No, usually it's about like acting like you've got a big posse and you can kill a lot of things out in the adventuring world, and then
Got a big
Scylla doesn't really
posse?
understand this whole rap thing. Is there any chance you give us an example of exactly what this is?
like well, we're gonna go kill a bear, right? So it'd be like, stop, drop, find bears, grab loot for the shop. Oh,
So this is the song that you
Oh.
sang is.
Scylla's boys call. Yeah, I feel like that. I apologize. You probably just lost 4,000 viewers.
Holy
good.
shit.
We're good.
I don't think anybody's ever freestyled on roleplay before. Like,
Uh,
Wheat had a couple great songs that he prepared, but freestyling? Holy crap.
I was not freestyling. I just totally butchered an actually good song. So yeah.
Hey,
So
whatever.
Scylla looks at the bard and goes, "Do people pay for this?"
Believe it or not, Salid.
Only when they're really drunk.
Bardrick Bardson, are you trying to rap quietly?
Yes.
Would you roll a stealth check for me, please, Bardrick Bardison?
Oh, you. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna remember that, Steven. I'm gonna remember that. Wait. What's my stealth modifier? 1 second.
+6. Plus
Jesus
6.
Christ.
You are stealthy as something that is naturally very stealthy.
14.
Okay.
Oh, good thing for that.
You're standing over on the other side of this hill, rapping like a little bit under breath, like, "Hey-oh, oh yeah, gonna go get a bear and whatever." And then like you get really into it, like East Silas boys go, and then you catch yourself, and you sort of peek over the horizon again because there's this ridge that you guys are hidden by, and there's two guys who are just like punching the shit out of each other on the ground, and everybody else is sort of like cheering and egging them on, and nobody's noticed you at all yet.
Thank God.
Fantastic tune, Bardric. Which one of you will be sneaking and possibly dying today? I'm looking at Kellen and Bardric. We should perhaps hatch this plan.
Bardric, obviously, just by her stature, she would go far more unnoticed than I would. I am more than willing to go myself, but I would like to have this be successful.
Fantastic.
I can do it for the fame and the party. Yeah.
We will probably not sing your tales if you die, but if this is successful, you know, we could add a line in there or two.
Bardric. Bardric, man.
Yeah.
My girl.
Yeah.
Give yourself inspiration.
Oh my God, you are the worst.
So, in the upper left-hand corner of your character sheet, you can just write a 1 under inspiration. You can only ever get 1 inspiration. You can't get more than 1, so use it because you got it.
Yeah, that's good.
When you use it, you gain advantage on the ability check, attack roll, whatever that you're making right now. Any d20 roll, you can roll 2d20 and take the better of them.
Okay.
Yes, so you're going to sneak out to this cluster of bushes off by the road, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a stealth roll for your sneaking.
I thought you were actually going to make me rap again.
Cody arranged.
Oh, man.
21.
Boom!
All right.
Take that.
Bardric Bartison, you just like, you press yourself against the ground and like slither into the grass. And as soon as she does this, the rest of you just completely lose sight of her. Like the grass is all waving in the breeze. There's a glorious early spring warm breeze blowing across the plains. The sun is shining straight down. There's a couple puffy clouds blowing by in the sky. And like it's like you are completely alone. This tiny little halfling just vanished off the face of the earth. You have no idea where she is.
That's how it
we're all
rolls,
kind
son.
of crouched down behind the hill right now, kind of waiting for something to happen with her.
Yep, exactly.
Okay.
Have I guess who is it? Silid and Isila. I think the two of you are still on horses, right?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, you guys are just like down below the crest of this hill, and
it just occurs to me that we have absolutely no signaling or method of signaling for Bardic to make to us.
well, I mean, you did establish the 3 flashes, right?
I hope she has.
I have a dagger and a rapier, so we're fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but
I was
none of
just
you
gonna
are.
say that. I didn't want to say it, you know, because she's gone or whatever. But I was gonna say I hope she remembers that.
But
I do.
none of you are currently peeking over the top of this hill, so none of you can see the bushes, and therefore none of you can see the signal. So I'm going to do that.
I'm gonna go back to my same spot.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me, Kellen.
He like goes. I think he's going over the crest, Silid. Is that right, Kellen?
Yeah, the same spot that I looked to see the situation.
Gotcha.
Wait, wasn't the bard looking at it because you were hoisting her up? You couldn't actually see it, right?
It was
No,
after that, Kellen
yep.
went and looked.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So do another one.
Yeah.
Okay. Oops. Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, Kellen.
It's okay. Hold on, but it's +3 for an 8.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. You have
Can
no
I do
idea
something while he's
how
doing
much bacon you just saved. Yes, Co.
While he's doing this, can I look over at Asila and kind of nudge him to kind of motion that he should probably get off his horse and start leading the horses into the woods off the path to secure them off the path?
Sure. I mean, you could just you could say it. I mean,
Okay.
you're behind the hill. Voice isn't going to
Asila, I think if just in case all of this goes to hell and we do decide not to let them die, we should probably get all this stuff out of the way and get ready for this.
I was assuming we would just ride our horses in. You know, people see that as a sign of nobility and respect, I would hope. Or if it does come to swings and you know, a fight, we will have the higher ground. The thing is, if the horse does die, it might be a little bit more expensive.
How about I'll just secure my horse and I'll walk to the side.
Great.
Of
I will stand here and watch this circle right here around me. We're
Perfect.
Good luck, sir.
Awesome. Okay, so like one of these guys just gets like punched in the face repeatedly until finally he throws his hands up. He taps the ground next to him. He cries, "Uncle, uncle!" Let's find out what this guy's name is.
And this is all Bardic hearing this, right?
Yeah, Bardic, you're hearing these people.
We are
fighting.
not. Got it.
No, the sound isn't carrying that far. You kind of hear non-distinct like shouting.
Sure.
Okay, Bardic, you hear the guy on the ground. He says, Enod, you've beaten me. Enough already, uncle. You can own the boys." And the man on top, who's just been like pummeling this guy in the face, he sort of stands up, he shakes his fist, he spits on the ground, poof, and he says, "Riffin, you shouldn't have never tried to keep me out of my fair share, my friend. Now, let's head on around. I think we've got another town to hit. The town of Nala, off to the south. It hasn't paid in quite some time."
Okay. So, and then do they start looking like they're dusting each other off or whatever?
Yep. They start picking each other up. In fact, Alod picks up the guy from the ground and sort of like brushes off his shirt and brings out a handkerchief and wipes his nose. And of course, this guy just like he winces. He says, "Oh fuck! I think you broke my nose." Alod says, "Don't be such a pussy. Come on, man up." And all the guys sort of like a couple of the guys get over next to this cart and start like trying to hoist it over. It's pretty heavy. It takes them a little while. What are you doing while all of this is going on, Bardic?
Well, as soon as I hear that they're going to head towards a town called Noah, right?
Nala,
right?
Nala,
Nala,
which is a small village on the south side of Virascali.
Okay. So I hear that, and I know their names are Anna and Riffin or something, and they sound like they're a family of bandits. So I'm probably going to, as they're struggling to get the like big crate of gold back onto their cart, I'm probably going to try to like back off and go back towards they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna jump out.
Definitely what they are getting ready to do.
I know. I understand my limitations. Size does matter, so, Okay. So, do you want me to do a stealth roll, or?
You're moving back to where your companions are?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Not too bad. All right. So, this time Kellen, Escilla, and Silid, you guys see the grass waving just a little more aggressively as Bardric Bardison bursts forth from the tall grass at the edge of the woods, or at the edge of the road. She's breathing a little hard from squirreling her way along the ground, and she stands up and she fixes you a look in the eye, and she says,
"They're gonna go to a town called Nola, and they're gonna just completely plunder it. We should do something. We should stop them."
What
At
do you
this
guys
point,
think
No?
of it?
I
wanna
slide
help?
my sword out of the sheath and kind of lay on my shoulder, and just kind of say, "They're in our way. No reason not to."
How many were there?
Good. Anybody else? Yeah?
How
Well,
We could become famous.
all
How many
for
were
doing
there?
The right thing, but are we not on our way to somewhere else? Or we have to go through this place to get to where
We have to go through there. That's correct.
Yeah, they are in our
Through them
way.
or around them are our options.
Bardric, how many did you see?
7?
Great. Great. Here's the plan. This is what we'll do. We'll stand here on this hill. I'm just going to throw these javelins, and we're just going to hope some of them hit. We'll try to thin the numbers. Kellen, if you want to use your bow, we can hit some from range, and then they will have to come over this hill. That is where you will be waiting, Solid, my friend, and we will fight right here.
So we have decided that we are going to be fighting them?
Yes, they have gold, and I would like it.
Yeah.
I suppose that's one reason to fight people?
I do
Are
have
you
some
afraid of
axes I can
killing,
also
Kellen?
throw
I-
at you guys.
I'm not. It has nothing to do with fear. It has everything to do with is this necessary?
I just kind of like...
That town's about to be hurt. They're gonna plunder it. They're gonna
I take
attack
a long,
people.
hard look at Kellen and say, these bandits could know something about your parents.
Well, then let's go then.
Onward to victory.
I just look at...
We will need to leave at least one alive then.
Well,
Absolutely.
yes, that is the plan. One stays alive.
Perfect. Then I pull out my arrow and I'm ready.
Okay. Silid, Bardic, are we good? Can you help in the
I'm good.
range warfare?
I got some hand axes. I'll chuck them.
I can do a little bit of both, so just put me wherever you want me. Not a euphemism.
Okay. Just gonna. Steven, in terms of throwing these javelin, the range is 30, 120. How far away are these guys?
These guys are about 100 feet away. So
is that
that's
30, 120 in yards?
It's feet.
Oh, okay.
So they're beyond the close range of your javelin, so you're going to be throwing at a disadvantage. But you can still hit.
Now, how tall is this hill in front of us that we would have to...
I mean, like you're basically close to the crest. It's a very large hill, right? It's just that there's a ridge that, like, if you approach, then eventually you'll see over. But if you're below the ridge, then you can't see over. So they're hidden from you right now. You're hidden from them right now.
And
So-
Well, go ahead, Solid.
At this point, I look at you, Asila, and I say, we're kind of far from these guys, and I like your plan, but it would be a lot easier if they were closer. And there's nothing more confusing to a group of people that just ended an argument if, say, a person that wasn't helping with the range attacks were to start rapping on the top of the hill.
Perhaps. Also,
I don't think they would attack them immediately. I think they'd come and investigate. And if we could get them close enough and we were off to the side, then we could go forth with our plan.
Well, while I do have these
Hopefully
javelins...
not hit the bard, but, not...
Well, while I do have these javelins, I would much prefer to fight up close. So, Bardrick, if you would like to put on a performance right here, and we could lay low behind the hill, and you could bring them over, that would perhaps work.
And I don't mean let them get to her. I just mean when they're close enough for us to, actually hit some people. At that point, she could start running back, and we could rush in.
Bardrick?
So you want me like a piggy in the middle in between you and them, or do you want me
It would be more
higher
us on the
behind you?
sides of the hill, and then you would walk up on the hill, and then when they approach, you would run behind the hill. You'd break your line of sight to them, and then we would rush to them, and then we could start. At that point, then you could come back, or you could just keep running.
If
I don't think there'd be any danger to you. It'd be very odd for
No,
them.
I got your back, yo. I got your back. Well, I can.
I think that this is a very good plan. Once she raps and then draws them near,
Yeah.
she moves to the side and ducks into the brush, where I will be on the other side of the brush, and they will. Do you see what I'm saying? They will be coming this way.
Yes.
One right here, one right here, and you two in front, and we will shoot things at them this way, and you
Yes.
will hit them this way, and we will be victorious.
Great. A sound battle plan. Let us enact it.
Brilliant.
And then fame and bitches for us all.
I already have most of that, but it would help if you guys also got some, yes.
You can always have more.
True.
Okay.
I have no need of bitches.
So amazing. Yes. I have in need of all the bitches.
I think that was the stare when you were done with that.
So I'm gonna stealth towards this hill because I don't want to be spotted for it, obviously. So
Okay, roll it up.
okay. Sorry, I got 2 laptops going on here. Boom.
Oh my God,
16.
2 laptops. Okay, so you whisper back into the brush. People only see like a ruffling of tall grass as you pass. I mean, the grass is like up to your thighs, right? It's not crazy, and it's kind of like this weird humped grass where like grass grows in like a mound, and then there's a little sort of narrow space between that mound and another mound, and then there's another mound. So like walking through the plains would be much slower than walking along this trail that you guys are traveling along, or this track, I guess. But Bardic vanishes into the grass and is like moving through all of these like tall humps of grass. Bardic, you get back up to the spot that you were. They haven't noticed you, but just as you reach the top, they manage to heave the cart back onto its wheels, and one of them's holding one of the horses and rehooking it back up, and another one is guiding another one of the horses over. So what do you do now?
So I jump up and I put my arms up like I'm trying to make myself as big as I can, and I go, "There is Scally. If you want it, we got it. Come and get it. Bandits, we with it. All you gotta do is slay it, baby, crit or die. What your bandits want? What your bandits want?" And then I just turn and bolt.
And I have, hopefully, I have moved to a position on the side where I can.
I'm just in the bush, and I just stand up and just like. No, I don't. I don't.
That is
I'm gonna regret this
amazing.
tomorrow. I think I'm gonna regret this hardcore tomorrow.
Would you roll a performance check for me, please?
Oh God.
Oh.
What is my performance? +6. Sweet. Okay.
You are ridiculous at these raps, Shannon.
I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to close my Twitch account after this. Just saying.
Is there going to be a restroom break sometime? Because my back teeth are floating.
Yep.
I think it's very
In
soon.
about 3 or 4 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I got it. And I give like West Side and then I run.
Yeah.
Doesn't she get like an instant 20 for the actual performance? Doesn't that count at all? Like a +5 or something?
DM's discretion.
I would occasionally give like advantage for this, but I feel like if I would give advantage for this, I would have to give advantage to her every single time she did anything. So, sorry. You've set the bar too high for yourself, and now, yeah. So go ahead and roll it. Oh, you rolled it exactly the same. You rolled a 16.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see it. Awesome. Great. You run the fuck away, and you hear like a couple of voices going, So, what do you do?
So we're hidden off the sides and we can see them, right?
No.
We
You're
can't
hidden
see them.
behind the ridge of the hill.
Okay. I look over at Kellen and I say, "Can you hear anything? Can you hear footsteps approaching? You're kind of the pro at this. Like do you sense them approaching us?"
Your ears are much bigger than mine. I would suggest if you listen. Being the elf.
I thought you were supposed to be the hermit tracker wonder boy.
I can hear a deer break a twig, but men coming and what they're saying, I think that's just general listening.
It'd be perception either way. Why don't each of you roll perception?
Perception, got it. Okay, cool.
This is a D20?
Yeah, D20 plus your perception bonus, which for you, Co, is, I think it's +1? Yes, it's +1.
Oh.
And my
Clearly I
perception-
can't hear shit.
I hear very, very well. You were correct, sir. You were very
Look
correct.
at that.
What's your bonus on perception, Kellen?
+2.
+2. Okay. Neither of you actually hear anything.
Can I make a roll just to see?
Yeah, absolutely.
15?
Okay.
And it's
yeah,
checked?
None
I
of,
don't know
none
if
of
that
you
makes
hear
it any
anything.
easier.
Bardrick, why don't you make a roll as well, just to see?
Oh wait, if it's checked,
what am I
that
rolling
means you
for?
also get the proficiency bonus, right?
Yeah, that means you
Steven?
get +2, so that would be +5 for a 17 total.
Yeah.
You're still
Is
not
this-
quite hearing anything.
Gotcha.
Is this perception
Yes.
or okay? I'm a +1.
Okay, so none of you hear anything. It sounds all quiet.
So I kind of whisper, "I don't know if this worked."
Patience.
They may have just seen it as an oddity, seen her run and not approach.
Patience. Or we're getting flanked and we shall die in the coming moments.
You see a man in, like dirty, patched burlap clothes come over the crest of the hill, And as he walks up, he says, "Here, leprechaun, 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 leprechaun. Here, leprechaun, leprechaun." And he points at you. He points at you, Asile, and he says, "Oi, you seen a leprechaun around here anywhere? It came running right this way."
I look like, who is all around me? It's Salid and Kellen are right next to me.
Salid and Kellen are hiding on each side in the grass. Actually, Salid and Kellen, why don't each of you give me a stealth roll?
7 and
Oh, Kellen?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry.
no problem.
Stealth roll.
I was oblivious to everything. Ooh, eek.
Okay.
Stealth, I forget to add the pluses.
I'm +1, yeah.
+3, so 11 total for me.
Okay, so this guy sort of scans around. He's looking for this leprechaun, and he sees Scyllid, and he catches eyes with this elf, and he sort of like he just pales. Asila, you see his face just pale, and he just like he holds up his hands. He says, "Oh no, I'm just a traveler. Happened to see leprechaun," and he starts stepping backwards pretty slowly, like back over.
Before
the
he
top
even
of
gets
the
over the hill, I just throw a hand axe at him. Just
And I charge.
Damn, dude. Okay,
I charge
roll
I
a
just
d20.
smile at him and charge him.
And I am going past him to see if there's any fucking buddy else coming up the road after him. I'm going to see if there's anybody coming behind him, because we only know there's one guy here, and we're going to destroy him, but the other 4 or 6 might kill us,
So hang on, we've got a hand axe, a charge, and a reach around. Okay, good. Let's take a break,
let's take our break before,
and then we'll
we-
roll initiative when we get back.
Cool stuff. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Take this 5-minute break. We'll come back and go into hour number 3 right after this. More roleplay coming up, guys. We'll see you in just a bit. Thanks for watching.